Despite my best efforts, 3 members of the Senate Defense Committee have learned about Havoc Squad's defection, and they want to know the specifics. It's an informal inquiry for the time being, but you can bet it won't end there.
Havoc and the Imperials were laughing about something. I'm not sure what. The Imperials took Havoc into the works.
The works, huh? Then that's where I'm going too.
Did you find anything in the Jedi Temple?
The ancient masters taught me a technique to shield Yuan.
So there is hope after all. Hurry back. Yuan is fading fast. Any delay could be costly.
Oh, you're here! Quickly! We're barely detecting a pulse on Yuan. If there was any time to test what you learned in the temple, it's now.
The masters taught me well.
Yuan's life is in your hands now.
Padawan, no. No, I was making you a Jedi. What happened? I feel so much better. But why do you look so weak? What did you do?
I shielded you from the person who was making you ill, but it took some of my strength.
Thank you, and I'm sorry. The last thing I remember clearly is your ceremony on Tython. Oh, my student, I am sorry I wasn't a better master.
I wouldn't be the Jedi I am if it weren't for you.
That honors me more than you know. Yes, I see now the foolishness of hiding it. Now I am more myself. I could feel someone else in my mind, polluting my thoughts, twisting them.
Can you remember any specifics about this person?
I really wish I could give you more details, but my memory of that time is hazy at best.
Pardon me. The Council wishes to speak with you when you're ready.
I want to finish speaking with Yuan first.
I'll be all right for now. Go to the Council. We can speak later.
Ah, you're here. Thank you for contacting us so quickly. We're sorry to have to pull you away from Yuan.
We wouldn't have called you here if it wasn't urgent. First, tell us what you've learned about Yuan's illness.
It's a plague created by a Sith named Tarek Morridge. Here's what we know.
Interesting. And worrying. We've started to receive disturbing communications from other masters. We fear Yuan's illness is not an isolated case.
The illness was created by Tarek Morridge, but a different Sith is using it now. I don't know his name, but I fought his apprentice in the temple.
Yes. It's imperative that we find this Sith before the illness spreads further. Unfortunately, we have no leads. We can only hope that tracking down and shielding the victims will help lead us to this Sith.
Yuan seemed to remember someone controlling her mind, but she couldn't give any details.
A small number of victims suggest that this Sith needs some sort of contact with his victims to control them. I hesitate to ask any more sacrifice of you. You've already done so much. But with the terminal in the temple destroyed, you are the only one capable of shielding the afflicted masters and stopping this Sith, whoever he is.
I will do whatever I can.
You'll need to be able to move freely around the galaxy. To that end, we've prepared a ship for you in the spaceport.
Thank you, Masters. I will use it well.
You have more than earned it. The missing masters were last heard from on Terrace and Nar Shaddaa. Find them, and break the Plague Master's hold on them.
Say your goodbyes to Yuan. But time is of the essence. Good luck.
Ah, it's good to see you through my own eyes once more. What did the Council have to say?
Other masters have fallen ill. The Council has asked me to save them.
I see. But there is still someone we must find. The person behind this. Whoever was in my mind. Stop him, so that I don't have to be shielded anymore. So your strength can be restored. Remember, let your instincts guide you. Keep to the Jedi Code, and may the Force be with you.
Lieutenant, make yourself comfortable. On behalf of the Senate of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for appearing on such short notice for this informal inquiry.
Just doing my duty, sir.
I assure you, we will not hold you from your duties any longer than necessary, Lieutenant.
The purpose of this inquiry is to investigate the defection of several members of Republic Army Special Forces Squad number 326, codenamed Havoc Squad, to the Sith Empire.
Now, you recently served in Havoc Squad on Ord Mantell, Lieutenant. Is that correct?
That's right, Senator.
While serving on Ord Mantell, all of the members of Havoc Squad, excluding yourself, defected to the Sith Empire. Is that correct?
I do not recall the events you described, Senator.
Is that so? Our sources tell us that not only were you present at the time of the defections, you were in fact the one who discovered them. General Vander's reports on the incident were frustratingly vague, and you apparently share his need to conceal the truth.
Please. We're only trying to discover the truth. If critical members of the Republic Armed Forces have defected, we'll need to take proper precautions.
Now, did Commander Tavis or any of the other members of Havoc Squad show signs of, say, instability, anger, frustration?
I'm afraid I don't know the people you're referring to all that closely, sir.
Lieutenant, you are lying to the Senate of the Galactic Republic.
Please, no one wants this to turn into a full-blown investigation. If you just answer honestly now, we can avoid all of that.
Lieutenant, let us speak hypothetically. Do you believe that anyone serving on Ord Mantell should have seen this situation coming?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I know what you're referring to.
He refers to the situation in which your entire squad defected to the Sith Empire. And then you failed to aid a Senate investigation into the matter.
If we don't receive satisfactory answers now, we'll have no choice but to open a formal investigation.
I have one final question, Lieutenant. What connection, if any, exists between the events that occurred on Ando Prime and Havoc Squad's decision to defect?
Senator, I would remind you that the circumstances of Ando Prime are classified and occurred before the Lieutenant's involvement in Havoc Squad. You may ignore that question, Lieutenant.
As you wish, Senator.
Your part in this inquiry is concluded. You may return to your duties now.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
It's good you've arrived, Lieutenant. We have a great deal to discuss. First, let me congratulate you for your work on the Black Sun operation. You did well disabling that nerve gas. Also, that prototype blaster you confiscated will teach us a great deal about the Black Sun sources.
Glad to be of service.
As for the senators, they weren't very happy with your testimony. Useless and disrespectful were the words they used, actually.
Just trying to keep our backs clear, sir.
But it's a fine line we walk, Lieutenant. Making the Senate too angry could have dire consequences. On to more pressing issues. My agents have discovered a vital new link to Havoc Squad here on Coruscant. Jack Carden, the founder of Havoc Squad and Commander Tavis's former mentor, has been spotted on the city's lower levels. He's serving as an officer in a local vigilante group.
Is Carden tied in with the defection, General?
Carden resigned his commission and disappeared after the debacle on Ando Prime. If he's turned up now, it can't be a coincidence.
Tavis told me that Ando Prime was the reason for Havoc's defection. What happened on that planet?
We sent Havoc to Ando Prime to cut off an Imperial offensive, but the enemy numbers were much bigger than Intel had led us to believe. When we tried to dispatch an extraction team, the Senate shut down the entire operation. We were causing an incident and breaching the peace. Bureaucrats. Havoc was left with no support and no way home. But in spite of insurmountable odds, Carden led Havoc out of there alive.
Havoc Squad really was betrayed by the Senate.
They were put in a terrible situation, Lieutenant, but that doesn't excuse their actions. Carden resigned as soon as he learned the truth, and Tavis took over the squad. They were never quite the same. What is important now is that we've discovered Jet Carden's location. I want you to bring him in at all costs.
You don't want me to take Carden out?
If possible, I'd like you to capture Carden alive. If he is involved in the defection, he could provide us with invaluable intelligence. The vigilante group Carden is working with is called the SWTOR Brigade. They control a large area of Coruscant's lower levels and are openly hostile to all outsiders.
Why do we tolerate these hostile groups here on Coruscant?
Most areas are safe. These sectors are the last pockets of lawlessness, aftermath of the Imperial attack. Our surveillance shows that Carden spends most of his time in the SWTOR's main base. You will attempt to capture him there. Carden is a crucial link to Tavis and the rest of the Havoc traders, Lieutenant. Bring him in no matter what it takes.
If Carden presents a threat, I can't promise I won't kill him.
I understand. Just don't let your trigger finger get the better of you. I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. Dismissed.
You listen to me, Carden. Helping you has already put my operation at risk. You will do exactly as I say, when I say, or...
Or you'll what, Captain? I'm not one of your lock-stepping drones. This part of the op is mine. End of discussion.
How dare you?
Intruders! Put those blasters on the floor, soldiers. Nice and slow.
Imperial soldiers. So you are a traitor, just like Tavis and the others.
You're gonna pay for what you've done, Cardin. You, Tavis, everyone.
Not gonna happen, soldier. Now drop that weapon before... Havoc badge. Is this a joke? No. You must be the new recruit Tavis told me about. So you survived after all. Can't say I'm surprised, honestly. Havoc always did recruit the best.
I'm not interested in compliments from a traitor.
It's not treason when the Republic betrays you first. It's self-preservation. I'm impressed. I didn't think the old lady would send someone after me so quickly. After all these years, Garza still hasn't lost her edge.
What are you waiting for, Cardin? Kill the whelp! Or do you lack the true resolve to fight for the Empire?
My loyalty is to Tavis, not to your Empire and not to anyone else. You want the trooper dead, you take care of it. I don't kill good soldiers. I'm heading down to the works to make sure everything is prepped.
You aren't going anywhere.
Do yourself a favor and die now, soldier, before you get in any deeper over your head.
Open fire, men!
Come in, Lieutenant. Is it my imagination, or were those Imperial soldiers you just fought?
No mistake, sir. These were Imperial commandos.
Imperial soldiers in uniform operating on the lower levels of Coruscant, and Republic security knows nothing about it? Incredible. We need to learn more about this link between the Justicars and the Empire. If they're hosting our enemies, they might have some useful information for us.
Shouldn't I be chasing Cardin, sir?
We need to know where exactly Cardin has gone before you can pursue him. All the more reason to search the Justicar base for information. Surveillance shows that the Justicars have their primary computer terminal in that base. Find the necessary access card and activate that computer terminal. My technicians can then slice in and uncover everything the Justicars and Imperials have been up to.
I'll take care of this immediately.
Good. Garza out.
My new master at last! I am C2N2, steward of this vessel. It is my extreme good fortune to serve you.
Glad to have you aboard. Tell me your function, C2.
C2 series droids represent the latest advances in everything from starship technical maintenance to nutritional advice tailored for your specific organic needs. Welcome aboard this Corellian Defender-class light corvette. It was custom-built to offer a Jedi both first-rate combat performance and meditation amenities. Along with the usual accommodations, you'll find a secure captain's locker for storing valuables. Your bridge contains an ever-updating map of the galaxy. It's quite beautiful to look at. Priority alerts from the Republic network are accessible at the HoloNet console. Long-range communications are available via the Holo Terminal. And finally, the ship's intercom will inform your crew that you wish to meet. Do you have any questions, Master?
If I think of anything, I'll let you know. Thanks for the tour, C2.
My pleasure, Master. I do have a few final notes. As you can see, I am not equipped for physical danger. My function is to maintain the starship as your home away from home. I am happy to assist you with any non-hazardous task, of course. I pride myself on the utmost attention to detail.
What do you consider a non-hazardous task?
I am programmed to modify other technology. I can also perform long-range surveillance and diplomacy. I'm quite useful, I assure you. Whenever you are ready to depart, consult the galaxy map on the bridge. The ship's computers will handle the rest.
Calling Coruscant Spaceport Authority. Am I clear to depart?
We've cleared the board for you, Master Jedi. Good flying.
Good work, Lieutenant. My technicians are accessing the SWTOR files now. Patrol schedules, supply manifests, prisoner records. Ah, Card and you. I think we've found what we're looking for, Lieutenant. You have a new target.
Are you saying the old man isn't my objective anymore?
Cardin is still an objective, but not your only objective. Cardin had the SWTORs work with the Imperials to hijack and rebuild an abandoned Republic communications relay down in an industrial area called the Works. Apparently Tavis and his followers are using this relay to route all of their interplanetary communications. If we destroy it, the traitors will be completely cut off from one another.
Taking the traitors down will be a lot easier if they're isolated.
I'm sending Sergeant Matham to bring you the explosives you'll need to destroy the relay. He'll rendezvous with you shortly.
Dangerous ops are always the most fun.
One last thing. Cardin didn't seem to mesh with the Imperials. I don't think he's as convinced of their supremacy as his protégés are. You're sure to find him guarding that comm relay. Kill him if you have to, Lieutenant, but try to persuade him to surrender peacefully first.
What can I do to convince Cardin to come in?
Cardin's only concern is the safety of the former Havoc members. He may not be loyal to us, but he isn't loyal to the Empire either. Convince him that it's in the best interest of Tavis and the others for him to surrender. That's the best way to sway him.
Can't hurt to see if Cardin will listen to reason.
I know Jack Cardin, Lieutenant. Convince him that surrendering is the only way that everyone comes out of this alive, and we'll have him. Now, hurry and rendezvous with Sergeant Matham. You'll need those explosives regardless of what happens with Cardin. Good luck. Garza out.
Hey there, LT. Sergeant Matham reporting for duty with fun toys in tow, sir.
Let's see what you got for me.
First item of business is your detonator, sir. A Zerka Arms 53R high-yield thermite explosive. Guaranteed to get a party started. Or ended.
How far away should I be when this thing detonates?
Well, tempting as it is to watch this thing go off, you'll want to be a good way off when it does, sir. Now, the comm relay you're going after is in the Works, an industrial area on the lower levels of Coruscant. It's a dangerous place, LT. Besides the Imperials you're bound to find, the rogue service droids down there will squash anyone they can get their big metal claws around.
I can handle myself.
Not a doubt in my mind, sir. Just thought I'd give you the heads up. Once you've made your way to the relay, plant that detonator on the generator coupling at the center and clear out of there before it goes off. That's all there is to it, LT. I won't hold you up any longer. Good luck.
The Marusta Van Ruby. It's even more exquisite than I imagined. This will be the perfect centerpiece for my gift to the Grand Moff.
Sure to learn you a nice, fad promotion. Maybe the Grand Moff will finally let you go home to Dromund Kaas.
What's your tone, Skavak? My agent is standing by at the spaceport ready to deliver the item. You have someone ready to receive it?
There's a twitchy little starship merchant named Fabizan in my docking bay. He'll accept my payment.
Lieutenant, transmit the signal. I don't know what you want with that grotesque trophy, Skavak, but it's all yours now.
Need any other priceless relics, Commander? Just let me know.
Where's my ship, Skavak?
Captain, seriously, I admire your persistence, but this is ridiculous.
How do you know this man, Skavak?
He's an acquaintance who just can't take a joke.
You're gonna be a floor stain when we're done with you, Skavak.
Corso, I heard about your job. Hey, don't let unemployment make you bitter, all right? You're the one who fouled up my identity record and sent half the galaxy chasing me? That wasn't very nice, Captain.
Where's my ship?
I understand you're upset. It's a very nice ship, but you're taking things way too far. Framing me with the crime syndicates wasn't very nice. You know how hard it is to get out of trouble with them? Oh wait, that's right. You do. I heard Rogan the Butcher just raised the price on your head. Congratulations.
Enough of this. The captain is your problem, Skavak. Deal with it.
Commander, would you mind vaporizing the captain for me? I've got places to be.
Skavak! Blast that scoundrel, always leaving me to clean up his messes.
You could just let me go.
No, and I'm afraid you won't be leaving here. We'll give you a very nice, unmarked grave.
Who do
you think you are giving me orders? You're as good as dead, you alien filth.
Boy, am I happy to see you.
Spare me your false heroics. Men, kill this alien scum!
We'll get you to a Kolto tank.
Poor little guy. He didn't deserve to go out like this.
Jiska kava koyota. Tu bando bakawonki.
3 words, pal. Where's my ship?
Mukutuni ompi betwana ni bobo chopaduma. La piska kukapa mi wata. Potenya noche te pota. Tu batulia musta. O gran ritempo tu mukitonka.
Take that!
Ujimo, uban al PST patoka.
For the last time, where's my starship?
Iskan topat. Pombo kita kung boska boya? Jeska koliraka kanchanga. Bomba kumchinka.
Not yet. But you owe the captain something for all his trouble.
Wafuma to bota donwi wanki wakoba jakaluka.
As long as Scavic's paying, I'm buying.
Tu batulia musta. O gran ritempo tu mukitonka. Kantabata chawa. Wermo. Mukilima wahota. Fuibaniaka twipi tapo katonka. Wana waka.
Beat it before I shoot you.
Nuponka wa unikupa. Tomti tok makitogi. Chokchimwampa la hagwachikuska. Hompasa topiska.
My new master at last! I am C2N2, steward of this vessel. It is my extreme good fortune to serve you.
You were bought by a thieving, gutless son of a cath hound. But this is my ship. You take orders from me. Got it?
I am programmed to serve this vessel's captain, not my purchaser. I will happily accept your every command. C2 series droids represent the latest advances in everything from starship technical maintenance to nutritional advice tailored for your specific organic needs. Welcome aboard your Corellian XS light freighter, a marvel of customization. I can only speculate why such large engines were mounted to its hull. Along with the usual accommodations, you'll find a secure captain's locker for storing valuables. Your bridge contains an ever-updating map of the galaxy. It's quite beautiful to look at. Priority alerts from the Republic network are accessible at the HoloNet console. Long-range communications are available via the Holo terminal. And finally, the ship's intercom will inform your crew that you wish to meet. Do you have any questions, Master?
Sounds like you're good at everything. Does that include combat?
As you can see, I am not equipped for physical danger. My function is to maintain the starship as your home away from home. I am happy to assist you with any non-hazardous task, of course. I pride myself on the utmost attention to detail.
Add a little armor, some combat protocols, and a blaster, and you just might be worth something.
Master, please. Any non-factory modification will void my warranty. Whenever you are ready to depart, consult the galaxy map on the bridge. The ship's computers will handle the rest. Oh, and you may wish to investigate the cargo compartment. The items within it arrived before I did.
I'm taking a wild guess that my life just got a new kind of complicated.
Funny, I don't remember leaving a beautiful woman in my cargo hold. Must be my lucky day.
Depends on your definition of lucky. My name's Risha. I've been traveling with Skavik as part of a business arrangement. He and I had a deal to deliver the things you see here.
Skavik isn't known for honoring his deals.
Then maybe my luck is about to change. Skavik was going to deliver this cargo, but he's proving unreliable. I think you might be a much better partner.
Let's hear your offer and we'll see.
My offer is simple. I make you filthy rich. It's a pretty straightforward business model. What do you know? That's Skavik on the ship's hollow. This should be an interesting conversation. You're late, Skavik. And I just made a new friend. I think you two will loathe each other.
Congratulations, Captain. You're officially #1 on my list of people to kill. When I get my hands on you, you'll wish you'd never left Ord Mantell.
Come and get me anytime you want.
Well, you can bet on it, and I guarantee you won't see me coming. Don't know how you got away from those Imperials, but next time, I'll kill you myself. Assuming Rogan the Butcher doesn't get you first. I sold all those blasters you were supposed to deliver for him on Ord Mantell. I can't imagine he'll be happy that you lost them.
I'll make sure Rogan hears who really fouled things up for him.
I'm sure you'll have lots to say while Rogan tortures you to death.
Are you done posturing, Skavik? The captain and I have cargo to deliver.
Don't even think about cutting me out of this deal, Risha.
Finders keepers. Isn't that what you always say? Not my fault the captain here beat you to the big prize.
Sweetheart, you two just made the biggest mistake of your lives.
Thought that blowhard would never switch off. So, we were discussing how I can make you fabulously wealthy. The items here are pieces to a key. A key that unlocks the lost treasure of a very rich dead man named Nock Drayen.
Now you're speaking my language.
Just wait. It gets better. Nock Drayen was the greatest gangster who ever lived. He personally wiped out the Wrath Cartel and the Vandalhelm Combine during the Syndicate Wars. When he died 10 years ago, Nock had more wealth than some Outer Rim worlds. Even the Hutts were jealous.
Nock sounds like my kind of guy.
He was ruthless, bloodthirsty, and vindictive. The only criminals who didn't fear him were the dead ones. Nock hid his fortune right before he died. For 10 years, treasure hunters across the galaxy have searched for it in vain. Until now. You see, I've finally figured out how to get the lost riches of Nock Drayen.
You're my new best friend, Risha.
That's sweet. But let's try to keep this professional for now. Whoever gets Nock's riches will become an underworld legend. Skavik had his chance and blew it. Now it's your turn. Help me deliver these things in your cargo hold, and Nock Drayen's wealth will be all yours.
Well, let's make one thing clear. I only work for one person. Me.
That's fine. But if you want to be rich, you'll let me work for you.
I'm the only one that can help you trade these items to get Nock Drayen's treasure. But I won't tell you everything up front. To get the riches, you trust me the same way I trust you. One step at a time. Deal?
You had me at riches.
Then let's hit the hyperlanes.
We have deals set up on Taris and Nar Shaddaa. I'll make all the arrangements and introductions for you on both planets.
Until then, I'll be in my bunk. That caged beast there isn't much good for conversation, so come visit me if you feel like chatting.
I'll be around for anything you need, sweetheart. Anything.
That's a comfort.
Looking forward to working with you, Captain.
So, how'd you end up out here, Captain? Was there ever a time you wanted something more normal? A family? A steady job somewhere you didn't need a blaster in hand?
I've got my freedom, my ship, and my gun. What more is there?
I've just been thinking about a guy I met in the brigade. Mercenary. He'd been fighting for the Republic for 20 years. I was 16, fresh off the ship. This guy gave me my first blaster.
I thought you country boys grow up shooting.
I mean, sure, I'd handled a hunting rifle, but never anything aimed at people. This guy told me, gun's just a tool. You use it to destroy, or you use it to protect against those who would destroy you.
And you took it to heart.
Made me think different about guns. You can't protect the people you love if you're afraid to get your hands dirty. I brought Torchy home, and my parents made me lock her up, told me not to wish away peace. I didn't have her when the Separatists came.
Still alive, huh? You really should have gotten out of this while you were ahead, soldier. Now you're a risk to Tavis and the rest of my people. So Havoc Squad or not, I'm going to have to kill you.
If you cared about Tavis and the others, you wouldn't have let them defect.
I've made my choice. Tavis, Wraith, Needles, Gearbox, Fuse, they're like my children, and I abandoned them. I resigned and left them to fight alone, just to make a point. They need my help now more than ever. I'm not going to abandon them. Not this time.
The Imperials are the enemy. You aren't one of them.
The Republic came just as close to killing me as the Empire ever did. As far as I'm concerned, everyone's my enemy. I know you're trying to get into my head, soldier, but it's not gonna work.
If words don't work, let's try action.
Let's see what you're made of, soldier.
The hero of the hour. I'm proud of you, Lieutenant. You've done well.
Just doing my job.
Defeating a legend like Jack Carden was no small feat. Having him alive might have been useful, but his death will strike a terrible blow to morale among the former Havoc members.
Carden just wouldn't listen to reason.
Yes, but what's done is done. We need to move on to our larger goals. The Justicar's computer files included messages relayed between 4 locations. Our technicians are working to pinpoint those locations now. There can be no doubt that the messages will lead us to the other traitors. Thanks to your efforts, we'll be able to bring them all to justice very soon.
Tavis and the others won't even know what hit them.
As it happens, we've already discovered the location of one of the Havoc traitors, Wraith. You remember Senator Krasul from your meeting with the Senate earlier? Wraith kidnapped him from his home just afterward. We've tracked them to a remote space station called Port Raga.
I can't say I'd miss Senator Krasul's charming personality.
It isn't your job to like him, it's your job to save him. One of our teams is already en route to Port Raga. They'll investigate the situation and give you a detailed report on arrival. You've accomplished some amazing things, Lieutenant, but there's no time for a break yet. Whatever Wraith is planning, we cannot allow her to succeed. Understood?
I won't rest until the job's done.
I know you won't, Lieutenant. Havoc Squad requires its own starship for operational flexibility. Our ship has already been transferred to your command. It's waiting at the spaceport now.
Thank you very much.
Put it to good use, Lieutenant. Fly to Port Raga and meet with the advance team immediately. Your orders are to rescue Senator Krasul and capture or eliminate Wraith at all costs. Good luck, Lieutenant. Dismissed.
Let's get out there and take down some traitors.
My new master at last! I am C2N2, steward of this vessel. It is my extreme good fortune to serve you.
Why would General Garza saddle me with some overblown protocol droid? You're not even armor-plated.
Every soldier requires proper logistics to function. I provide the highest support level available. C2 series droids represent the latest advances in everything from Starship technical maintenance to nutritional advice tailored for your specific organic needs. Welcome aboard the Rendili Hyperworks BT-7 Thunderclap, a rapid assault craft designed especially for Republic Special Forces at enormous taxpayer expense. Along with the usual accommodations, you'll find a secure captain's locker for storing valuables. Your bridge contains an ever-updating map of the galaxy. It's quite beautiful to look at. Priority alerts from the Republic network are accessible at the HoloNet console. Long-range communications are available via the Holo Terminal. And finally, the ship's intercom will inform your crew that you wish to meet. Do you have any questions, Master?
Prep the ship for flight. We're leaving shortly.
The ship is fueled and ready, Master. There are just a few final points we should review first. As you can see, I am not equipped for physical danger. My function is to maintain the starship as your home away from home. I am happy to assist you with any non-hazardous task, of course. I pride myself on the utmost attention to detail.
What do you consider a non-hazardous task?
I am programmed to modify other technology. I can also perform long-range surveillance and diplomacy. I'm quite useful, I assure you. Whenever you are ready to depart, consult the galaxy map on the bridge. The ship's computers will handle the rest.
I reviewed your service record before that ZR-57 op. Been meaning to discuss it with you. Says you served in the Outer Rim. Knew a lot of good men who fought out there. Heard it was brutal. Warfare like that can change a person. Make them reckless. Unstable.
You saw how I handled things on Ord Mantell. I know what I'm doing.
Taking on that SEP army single-handedly showed guts, not leadership. When I signed on with the Deadeyes, my CO was Lieutenant Vorn. Certified war hero, as decorated as they come. When he gave an order, we trusted it, followed it to the letter. A squad needs that kind of commitment to operate effectively.
I expect you to give me that same level of dedication.
I always give 100%. That's not the issue. Havoc Squad is the Republic's most elite outfit. We tackle the missions no one else can handle. Traitor or no, Tavis is a tough act to follow. You think you're up to it?
I wouldn't be leading Havoc Squad if I didn't.
Good answer. You've got confidence and plenty of raw talent. Maybe you'll pull this off. You think Havoc will start shaping into an actual squad soon?
I'll recruit more soldiers as soon as I find some Havoc-worthy candidates.
Makes sense. Once this unit starts growing, people's expectations of us, of you, are only going to get bigger. That CO post could get real heavy, real quick.
Someone needs to run Havoc Squad.
Commanding a squad is no cakewalk. Nothing worse than having to choose between the success of the mission and the lives of your men. A leader's got to be ready to make those kinds of life-or-death decisions. There's no room for doubt.
Jorgen, I got it.
Okay. Well, shut up. I'm sure you'll do fine. You've gotten us this far.
Calling Coruscant Spaceport Authority. Request permission to depart.
You are clear for departure. Have a pleasant flight.